Good morning to everyone. Bezat Hashem, Mincha is going to be 8:05. Please be on time. As we know, the high holidays, Yamim Noaim, are coming closer, and as well, means Sukkot is coming closer. So it's going to be very relevant Halacha. What's the status of an Etrog in terms of Muktze before Sukkot and before the holiday that we're using it? So a person, for example, who's selling Etrogim, and he has them all stored up, and it's planned merchandise, even though etrog is actually food. So you say maybe it shouldn't be muktze. However, since he's very careful with the etrogim, that it shouldn't be handled and it shouldn't be used, and it's very expensive and it's going to be for the purpose of the mitzvah, so therefore such merchandise has the status of muktze, and it cannot be handled on an average Shabbat that is before Sukkot, or on Rosh Hashanah, which is a Yom Tov, the 2 days of Rosh Hashanah. If a person has these etrogim, he cannot handle it. As well as an individual. Let's say you have a person who bought his etrog early, and it's the Shabbatot beforehand, and he's very careful with it. He's careful to not handle it, to not mess with it. Then it would have the status of Muktze because of the fact of its fragility, and that he doesn't want it to get ruined. And therefore one has to be careful to not handle such etrogim. It is true that on the Yom Tov of Sukkot itself, etrog is not Muktze. Like for example on Chol HaMoed, even on Shabbat, Chol HaMoed, where you're not allowed to really use the etrog, we don't take Arba Minim on Shabbat, nevertheless the etrog is not deemed to be Muktze because it does have a usage on that Shabbat, and that is to use it to smell. If you want to smell the etrog, you're allowed to, although most people don't know that there is a big machloket if you make a bracha on the smell of the etrog during the holiday of Sukkot, because it's set aside for the mitzvah. But what you could do is you could smell a different fruit and say a bracha v'noten reach tov b'perot, and then you could smell the etrog with the bracha that you said on the other fruit as well. So therefore it doesn't have the status of muktze on the Yom Tov of Sukkot, but nevertheless before the Sukkot, if he's very careful with the etrog, then he would not be able to use it. If the truth is, if he's smelling it before, then it would also not have the status of muktze. However, if he's very careful about it and he's makpid about it, so then it would be muktze, and certainly a person who's selling it, it would be muktze for him. Baruch Adonai le'olam.